that you are basically restricting access to the cultural, religious rights which is given under the Constitution of India, under Article 25, which gives the freedom to profess, propagate religious freedom, and also under Article 29, which gives you the cultural education right, which says that any community which has a very distinct script, culture, has the right to protect this script culture. This is explicitly given under the Indian Constitution, and it comes under the fundamental rights of the Indian Constitution. So you are basically stripping the fundamental rights of these people, of the Meitei people. I would also want to say that Article 29 doesn't have any restriction, absolute restrictions, like that of Article 29 and 19. So you must understand that you are literally stripping off their cultural, religious freedom and basically their fundamental rights given under the Constitution. And the third thing which I want to say is that it has been 2 years of the conflict, and the Meitei community has not been completely disrupted going to and accessing Mount Kobru. Basically, you are basically so there is a limitation. So do something, make a regulation for that. Don't strip away someone's freedom, someone's religious sentiment just because in the name of a conflict. I want to raise this particular question, which is like that: Will you risk the first thing? Second thing, will you restrict the Sikhs going to the Golden Temple? Will you restrict going to Kedarnath as a pilgrimage? This is the Indian. I want to raise this question. Will you restrict that? And why you are restricting the Meitei community? Just exercising its fundamental freedom to exercise its cultural, religious sentiment. This is the questions I want to put forward. And the last thing which I wanted to say is that I don't know if many people also have this idea that the government really tried that in 2020 there was an act which was the Manipur Ancient Historical Monuments and Archaeological Sites and Remain Act 1976. Basically, it provides for the preservation of historical and monuments and archaeological sites, but it was not allowed. So basically, this act is not in function now because of the objection which was raised by the tribal communities. So basically, I want to draw attention of my Meitei sisters, brother, Ima, Meamgi, Chingsanjari. I want to say that it is the high time we draw attention of the Indian government to allow the Manipur Ancient Historical Monuments and Archaeological Sites and Remain Act 1976 to be enacted. Because why? This is needed because first of all, it gives you the cultural survival. Meitei Mayek, which is inscripted in the sculpture in that of Mount Kobru, will be protected through this act. Second thing, ecological defense. It gives you protection from the illicit plantation and all the destruction caused to biodiversity, and it also supports the reforestation. And the third thing which I want to say is that it gives you legal accessibility because it punishes encroachers under section 10. It has completely explicitly said prohibits destruction and alteration on prohibited sites. So it is much needed that we force and we force the government to again enact this the Manipur Ancient Historical Monuments and Archaeological Sites and Remain Act. And that's it with my last one. Amtanga Haijaramge. Kobru slopes nurtured our ancestor. Let them not become graves for our shared future. We demand justice, not vengeance, coexistence, not contest. Thank you very much. Kurumjai.